Hi, good morning, and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Carmen McGuinness. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst and psychologist practicing in the areas of disabilities, child and adult attachment trauma, and relationships of all sorts, including the relationship with the self, which I call the primary relationship. So today I'll be addressing the topic of lasting sexual energy. So before I jump in, I just want to talk briefly about the title of this segment. When I first had the idea, which actually came to me because I had a series of clients and friends all in 1 week who were blaming the end of a relationship on the death of sexual energy between themselves and their partner. So I thought I need to address this topic because I do believe that this is a myth. So when I started sort of groping around for a topic title, I thought the first one that came to mind was keeping sexual energy alive. But then I thought, wow, that sounds terminal. You know, I envisioned 2 people in bed and a life support system sitting by the bed. It just didn't ring right. And that's nothing like the message that I'm here to pass on. So I toyed with other words for keeping alive, and I came up with maintaining. But that just sounds like a ritual, doesn't it? Maintaining sexual energy, like it's your daily workout or something necessary. Nobody wants to do anything that's necessary. Also, not what I'm here to say. So, as I struggled with what to actually title this segment, before I'd even begun constructing it, I realized that the words around this topic are actually part of the problem. Our society has this notion that sexual energy is something that only happens early in relationships, that it's normal and natural for it to subside. But that's not so. Just think of the word subside as an example. What subsides? The tide, floodwaters subside, wind subsides after a storm. The word itself implies that something rose to a crescendo and then settled back down, never to come up again. But tides and floodwaters and wind all do arise again. And when they do, they're just as powerful, just as fierce, just as dangerous, just as exciting as the last time that they arose. So why is it that our society, our species actually, think of sexual energy between 2 people as something that subsides after the initial crescendo and is less and less exciting over time, eventually maybe even dying completely? Well, this is a myth. And as a relationship specialist, I think it's something of an excuse as well. It's a reason why you and your man or woman didn't last. It's a reason why he or she started seeing someone else. It's a reason why you don't have to talk about all the other stuff that needs work in your relationship. And I'm talking about little things here. Little things like who's going to watch the kids so we can go out on a date together. And maybe some less little things. Things like whether or not to sell the in-town home and move out to the country, which you've been talking about for years. Or something not so little like who's going to get to drive the BMW versus the SUV. These are nothing compared to these problems, these challenges are nothing compared to you've been sexting with your coworker, I saw the text, right? And it's because we've been married 7 years that you've been sexting with your coworker. The spark is gone. Suddenly we have a reason. So my position on this is that that's just an excuse. Maybe if you had talked about all the other stuff, there would have been more space for your love affair. Call it a marriage if you want to, if you must. But what it is it's a love affair with a contract between two people. That's what it is. Two people in a love affair who happen to have a legal contract. And doesn't that sound sexier than the word marriage? So first ingredients to lasting sexual energy. You can write these down if you'd like to. I suggest that you do. Think of it, this is number one, think of it as something that ebbs and flows rather than something with a short lifespan, something that's just slowly dying over time. Number two, make room for sexual energy. Clear the space for it by sorting out the details of your life. Find the resources you need to have a love affair. Who's watching the kids? Are we living in a place where we're both happy? Who gets to drive the Beamer? Not sorting out these sorts of details leads to feelings of being unfulfilled, being worried, being resentful. And in that space, you'll have low energy of all sorts when you feel that way. Not just sexual, but everything. Your energy will be low when you are worried and resentful. So clear the space for your love affair to happen. Find the resources to have a love affair. Next, this will be number 3, and you can write it down. Live in the now. And I'm going to put up links about how to do that from previous videos that I've done. Sexual energy is present all day long, every day. We don't unsee and unhear those things that weren't sexy when we hop into bed. They're going to follow us right in there. They're part of the whole picture that goes to bed. So think of what you do throughout the day when you're with your partner as the energy that follows you to bed when you're in the mood. In other words, embody sexy. That might sound onerous, and I'm sure there are women out there in YouTube land who are rolling their eyes at the screen right now, and men probably too. But this isn't hard, ladies and gentlemen. It really isn't. And it's not a performance either. So don't think of it that way. It's just a kinder, gentler, more loving, sexier, more available way of conducting yourself. And one that makes you feel more sexually available as well. The couple you know who just have sex whenever and wherever, hopefully you know a couple like that. I mean, I know 2 of them. They're awesome. I love to be around them. I mean, like, they don't do it in front of me, but just their energy is so clean and beautiful. So that couple, if you know someone like that, or maybe somebody in a movie, a couple in a movie, that's because they do this. They think about who they are. They're cute. They're flirty. They're fun. They're playful. And they don't rub each other the wrong way on a regular basis. They're not sarcastic with one another, for instance. They're always attractive to one another. And most importantly, they don't have a bunch of stuff that they drag off to bed with them. Drama, bad memories, arguments, worry, mental karma, marital karma, none of that goes to bed with them. So next, and please keep making notes. I think this is 4, but I might have lost track. It starts with you. Write that down. Yes, it's a relationship, but you don't have control over your partner. You're the one that you control. You. So if you're happy, if you're confident, if you're sexy, you'll draw to you happy, confident, sexy people. Now, if you're in a relationship, hopefully you have drawn that person to you, but perhaps that will come up as you embody it yourself. So you may find that when you turn on your happy, confident, sexy energy, that there's a happy, confident, sexy inner layer to your partner that you haven't seen in a while. That's what I mean. The tide may turn. So next, I think we're up to 5. Play. P-L-A-Y. Play. Don't just go have sex. Play at sex. It's a game. How long has it been since you played at anything? Games are fun. Playfulness is a tremendously sexy energy. Work it. Cuddle, tickle, play hide and seek, chase each other, enjoy it, play with your partner, be playful around your partner. If you're literally staring at the screen in dismay right now, if you don't have a clue what I mean, you don't know how to be playful, it just somehow got lost when you were 5 or 7 years old, then do this right now. Pause the video after you hear this next part. Go find a mirror or pick up your cell phone and make like you're going to do a selfie. And so go find a mirror, make faces at yourself in the mirror. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I do this when I'm worried about something. I do this before I go out on a date, get my sexy on. It completely lets out your inner child. She takes the stage, or he. And for me, my day goes better when I do this, when I make faces at myself, when I have a moment to do that before I leave for work in the morning. It keeps me real. It keeps me now. It reminds me of who and what I am. Find your partner and sit down and make faces at each other. That's a good one. I'm telling you, this play date will end in bed or wherever. So write that down. Be playful and try it in the mirror. So last thing, but certainly not the least important, embrace intimacy. Now take a moment and really think about what intimacy is, what it means. You'd be surprised how many people can't answer that question. They really don't know. They don't have a clue what intimacy actually is. They think of it as intimate apparel or nudity or, body sounds in front of one another or something like that. Well, when you're intimate with someone, what it means is that you're actually willing to be vulnerable with them, for them. So, intimacy is the willingness to be vulnerable. And what does that require? You've got it. Trust. Trust your partner with your sexuality. And be the person that he or she can trust with his or her sexuality. When you do this, all the nonsense melts away. Any challenges that happen, and as we age, we have challenges. Any hang-ups, any fears, all of it, they're just gone. Trust your partner with your sexuality and let him or her trust you with theirs. So that's it for today. I'm sorry if you thought that there would be some X-rated content here. Just some sexy advice from me. So have a wonderful day. Go give your partner a lap dance or just stick your tongue out at him. Have fun. And please do comment in the comment section below. Not the details, but just let me know if you found this helpful or not. And if it's not X-rated, maybe just a few details. So I'll see you next Sunday. I hope that your Sunday is amazing and sexy. Thanks for viewing.